Last year, I went to visit my girlfriend at my sister's house near the countryside. It's been 2 years we are holding on to this long-distance relationship. I wanted to surprise her, so I already made the plan with her sister. I took off work for a week to have a nice time with her. It was a 4.5-hour drive from the city following the highway. I didn't ask any of my friends to accompany me because I wanted to relax on my own for a while. Due to huge work pressure at the office, I hardly get time for myself. The ride was a long-awaited opportunity for me to have a good time with myself. I went to the local gas station to fill up gas and check the air on the tires. I didn't want to face any problems, so I kept everything under the hood checked before starting my journey. I even took 2 extra tires as precautions. I packed my luggage and hopped in the car. It was 12 p.m. I predicted to reach there by 4:30, 5 p.m. I plugged my phone into the charger and put the location on GPS. This was the first time I am driving to the countryside, so I paid attention to the turns and roadblocks to stay in the right direction. After an hour of honking cars and city traffic, I finally got onto the highway. My eyes were charmed with the views around me. Vast green fields and a blue horizon were lying in front of my eyes. I turned up some music and took a few sips of cold lemonade that I brought on my way. My girlfriend's sister called me around 1:30 p.m. and asked how far I have reached. I told her I am hoping to reach there by 5 p.m. I was about to disconnect the phone just when she asked, "Have you reached Crooked Country?" The phone was on speaker, so I replied in a loud voice, "No, I don't think I have, but why do you ask?" She told me, "Peter, just follow the GPS. There will be 2 left turns after you cross the Crooked Country. You must take the second left turn, okay?" I could sense a mild tension in her voice, but I couldn't understand why. I thought she might be worried as I am driving to her house for the first time. I replied to her, "Of course, don't worry. I will see you guys soon." I scrolled the map and realized after 30 kilometers, I will reach Crooked Bay. So far, I only saw some oil trucks passing by. Last night I ordered pizza for dinner, and I packed the leftovers in case I get hungry while driving. I felt hungry. Also, my back needed a break, so I decided to stop for some time. As soon as I reached Crooked Bay, I noticed the landscape around me changing drastically. In the last 30 kilometers, the vast green field started to transform into bushes and trees. The Crooked Bay was a lot greener. Trees were standing tall on both sides of the road. I parked my car on the side of the road. The sounds of nature around me made me feel so alive. I was so happy for getting this much-needed break. Just when I finished my pizza and went to wash my hands, I looked up at the sky. There were dark clouds all over the sky. I quickly wrapped things up as it was 2:15 p.m. already, and I had 120 kilometers distance to travel. I passed over the first left turn, just like Wanda told me to. Wanda is my girlfriend's sister's name. After 15 minutes, I reached the second left turn and took it without wasting any more time. The road now became quite narrow, surrounded by dense forest. It wasn't raining, but the dark clouds started to pour distant lightning and thunder. I checked the GPS, and it showed me on the right track. I was checking out the map just when I heard a car horn. I looked at the rearview mirror and saw a dusty old car following me. I moved aside to let it pass, but the car didn't go away. It kept honking and following me like before. This time, I thought maybe the car owner is in some kind of trouble and telling me to stop. The car kept honking, hence it was really annoying for me to go in this way. As I stopped, the car came next to me and I saw a man wearing a big cowboy hat sitting on the driver's seat. I rolled down my window and asked, "Hey, what's the matter?" The man had a rough face, unevenly growing beard, dark circles under his eyes pointed out he doesn't live a very healthy life. He leaned towards the car and said in a feeble voice, "I'm feeling very weak. Can you please drop me nearby?" You might think I am rude, but that man was a complete stranger, so I didn't feel very sure to give him a ride. I told him, I have to travel a long way and I'm already late. Do you want me to call someone who will be able to help you?" The man's face turned pale and he said, "I don't have anyone to call as such." All this time, his car stood beside mine. I could smell something really bad coming from his car. The car was dirty and I wondered, what was the last time it had been washed? Anyways, I felt something off-putting about this entire situation. Because even though the guy said he was feeling sick, none of his actions proved likewise. Also, while talking to him, I noticed empty beer bottles lying on the seat beside him. I guessed this guy is probably drunk, hence, he needs a lift. No way was I letting him in my car. I told him, "See, I am new here, so I hardly know the road. Why don't you wait here as I call the nearby police station so they can help you in some way?" The man suddenly got all freaked out. I expected this kind of reaction because he was driving drunk. He quickly replied, "No thanks, I can pull myself." Before I could say anything more, he started the engine and drove ahead. I was surprised by his behavior, but just when the car drove away, I noticed something and my blood turned cold. There was a hand hanging out from the trunk of the car. It seemed like the hand of a man, but the color of its skin was so pale and lifeless. I started my car and kept driving behind it. It was a bumpy ride, but the hand kept hanging lifelessly. After a certain point in time, I realized whoever is lying inside that man's car trunk is dead. I didn't know what to do, but at the same time, I didn't want to let this man run away. I Googled the nearby police station and dialed them. I explained everything to the cop and also read out the car number. I was completely shaken. I told the cop that they must hurry because the man started to increase the speed of the car. At this point, I got sure that he realized that I was following him. Now my GPS showed me a right turn ahead for my destination, but I couldn't help but following this car. An idea came to my mind. I wanted to stop this guy because it felt like a responsibility to an innocent life that probably this man has taken. I wanted to hand him over to the cops, so I drove faster and reached next to his car window. The man grinned at me with a disturbed face, but I kept honking my car horn loudly this time. The man still didn't stop his car and kept increasing his speed. I was also adamant not to give up. I kept chasing him. The man did a very dangerous thing. He rolled down his right side window and started to throw the empty beer bottles on the road just to puncture my car tires. Somehow, I managed to dodge my car over the broken glass. But when the man threw the last beer bottle, it directly hit my car, and out of panic, I hit his car pretty bad, resulting in a small crash. When I got back to my senses, I realized my head was bleeding as I hit the steering wheel, and I saw the man's car crashed on the nearby tree. I unbuckled my seatbelt and rushed to his car. There was no one inside. The man was nowhere to be found. I checked my phone and saw a couple of missed calls from the police station. I called them back and told them to come to the location. I waited inside my car, thinking in case the man comes back, but there wasn't any sign of him. The cops came after half an hour. As they opened up the trunk of the car, we all witnessed a gruesome sight. A man was lying inside the trunk. His body was wrapped in plastic, but somehow his hand came out of it. Everyone could guess that this man was dead for a while now, as someone slit his throat. I called Wanda and told her about all of this. I handed my phone to the cops, and they also talked to her saying that they are going to drop me at home as I shouldn't be driving. They will take my car to the police station, and I can come get it whenever I feel like it. The police car reached Wanda's house, and I saw my girlfriend, Misty, running towards me, all crying and sobbing. I hugged her as I was all tensed and terrified. After 2 days, when I went to the police station, the cops revealed some bizarre information to us. For the last 2 to 3 months, many passengers seemed to be missing near Crooked Bay. Some cases were filed by the family members, whereas in other cases, the cops found an abandoned car lying in the area with their owners missing. This, so far, was the first dead body they have found. It is the body of a man named Richard Smith, whose wife filed his missing case 2 months back. His wife told the police that her husband was coming from a fishing trip near Crooked Bay, but he never reached home. The cops found his car on the left turn where I stopped to eat. After forensics ran tests, They discovered surgical scars on Richard's body. The autopsy report showed that someone removed his liver and kidneys after making him unconscious. It was evident that the murderer sold his organs. The local newspapers were informed by the cops. They were instructed to spread awareness, stating there's a killer on the Crooked Bay who abducts lonely passengers and sells their organs after heavily drugging them. I didn't follow up on the news after coming back, but I hope they have managed to catch that man. Whenever I think about the first encounter with that evil man, my stomach drops. I can't guess what would have happened if I agreed to give him a lift in my car.